of presence and team fight, which a lot of carries sort of lack. So yeah, I do like Melican, but I mean, if we do see the Clanks here, I guess we can already move on to the game 3. But I'm joking. I'd like to. I don't know. If they do pick it, I'd like to see them prove me wrong, but I haven't seen the Clanks do well.
Hey, you know, there was a lot of word about this one hero named Gunblade being the worst hero in the game, even, and sure enough, we ended up seeing him, and I forget.
Gunblade can work.
He worked. He worked, man, and he dominated a game that we casted. It was a couple months back now, but my point is, you know, you never know. You never know.
That's true. Like, I remember when people used to say like Benziton was quite bad, and then now we see it or we used to see it all the time. So you know, it could break out. But
well, they go rally, so not too anything crazy here.
But for reason though, I think they have to pick a carry that can sort of lane almost anywhere. To be honest, like maybe potentially like a Madman. I'd actually like to see a Madman here actually, potentially. Although I've said it actually before on other streams, like. Although the Electrician and Bubbles are good solos, you want to have, particularly if you're running dual supports or if you're running a tri-lane, you want to have your solos that have the potential to dual lane, because if your tri-lane doesn't really work out for some reason or another, the other supports are sort of forced to go into that tri-lane because they can't really dual lane with Electrician, they can't obviously dual lane with a Bubbles. A Predator pick, that's not too bad. I mean, it can work in a tri-lane, but it's not the strongest. I think if, depending on what pick the Last of Us pick, they could definitely face that tri-lane.
Oh yeah, he says that's Stonehide, obviously a very effective tool, and not only is it that shrunken head effect really, but it also increases that armor on you. And
yeah, I just think with Predator though, like he is similar to, in a sense, like Swiftblade. The reason why Swiftblade is so good is obviously he's got the magic immunity. So in tri-lanes he can sort of start the initiation in the tri-lane without any sort of potential danger to himself. And they pick up. Who did they pick up? Torture, was it Torture? The last pick.
Master of Arms, the last pick.
Oh, Master of Arms. All right, sorry. Yeah, that's not too bad. Like they could definitely face that tri-lane. That's a really strong tri-lane with, like, say, Rally, Master of Arms, and Torturer.
Yeah.
Or Pebbles. But I think compared to Predator with Swiftblade, like he doesn't have that kind of damage. Like the Venomous Leap, yeah, it does a little bit of damage, but compare it with Swiftblade's Blade Frenzy, it just doesn't do as much. But I do like the Stonehard though, because it kind of offers him that sort of survivability and protection when he does initiate into a tri-lane.
Now, so you're talking about the tri-lane matchups here. What would you rather see? Well, Rally or Pebbles here on the Hellborn side as part of the tri-lane?
Well, I think it has to be Pebbles. The reason I'd rather see a Rally in the tri-lane, but I think it has to be Pebbles because Pebbles isn't the strongest one laner. He's going to get like really destroyed 1v1 against a Bubbles or an Electrician, so it has to be a Pebbles if they are going to tri-lane. So that's definitely needed. I prefer the Rally though because like the initiation from Compel, I mentioned it in the first game with Magnus and Solstice when I thought he was going to dual mid with the Magnus. That Compel is so strong, particularly in the tri-lane, because not only does it it's a good line stun, but also it gets you in the stun itself, if that makes sense. So like you're in front of the heroes, and the range or the radius coming out from Stalagmites compared to Compel is a little bit higher on Compel. That's why I prefer the Compel and Rally. But yeah, I think it has to be the Pebbles if they are going to try lane. They don't technically have to, because they can dual lane with Rally and Pebbles, or even Drunken. But yeah, I think it has to be Pebbles because he's going to get destroyed 1v1 against Bubbles or the other Reason solos. And getting that early portal key on Pebbles is definitely what you want because, like, especially in a tri-lane, with two supports really, really weak, like you can easily get them.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny you bring that up, too, because I was actually going through the CiC Reason series on the Thursday that I guess you covered. The third game, they actually ran a Thunderbringer. Imbo Boy was playing a Thunderbringer look like, and you talk about a hero that obviously shines against other teams' trial lanes, especially those underlevel supports. So.
We saw BMG pick that up actually, and it's a really strong pick. But the only problem with Thunderbringer is how you lane him, because he can be particularly effective in tri-lanes because of that ulti, because it's almost adding like a 200 damage to everyone in the tri-lane, which is obviously really, really important. But like he can get so easily shut down and ganked if you don't lane him perfectly, and that's the kind of hero that the draft and really needs to sort of make sure everything's perfect for him to be picked up. Otherwise, you can like easily lose the early game with that kind of hero.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one issue I have with Freezing Gaming right now is that like if they do tri-lane, yeah, that's fine. But if they do have to send the sort of supports into another lane. Like dual laning with a bubbles or an electrician is a little bit awkward because obviously you want them to get as much XP as possible, and just themselves and dual lanes aren't really that strong. So I would have liked to see maybe like a bubbles as a hero that could maybe potentially dual lane, but because otherwise the Reason are going to be awkward with how they're going to lane things. Yeah, in my opinion, but. Other than that, it should be fine.
All right. So, one quick thing to mention here, too, while we're still on this pause. Again, there is the other series going on. Apparently, I was being told, I wanted to double-check on it, but it looks like Rexstars is actually up 1-0 in that series over CiC. Yeah, yep, Rexstars took the first game, as we see right here. So, the Flint Beastwood did not come through in the end for CiC Esports, but they're in Game 2 right now. It's actually being covered by Lash as well. So, yes, there is a caster casting and stepped up to cast it. So, shout out to Lash over there. So, if you do want to watch that series, perhaps we can get some dual streaming going on, of course. You can check it out over there at his stream. So.
But yeah, like after maybe like after the series lost to Reason, though, CiC might be a little bit on tilt though. Like especially in the last couple of games of that CiC game I was watching, it looked like they didn't really have a lot of sort of set game plan or leadership coming out from CiC. It looked like they were a little bit headless chickens, and Reason really Reason really sort of capitalized on that.
I hate to say it, but unfortunately, if CiC with that just even that one loss right there. The most they can get is 2 points now that I put them at 20. Okay, no, I take that back. They would need BMG to actually get 0-2'd by Reason Gaming as well, but
it's possible.
It is possible. Yeah, it is possible. My point is they could still get first place over BMG. Is what I was getting at there.
I mean, Reason was like the only team to take a game off. So like, if it's going to be anyone, like Reason.
Reason and The Last of Us actually. We talked about it.
The Last of Us.
Yeah, they ended up pulling the game off, but.
Yeah, so if there's going to be anyone like Reason. Is definitely going to potentially be able to take games off from BMG because they've already done it once before. Yeah, like going back to this game though, like with the draft, like I like the Last of Us draft because it's sort of quite versatile. They could really do anything with their lanes. Like they could tri lane if they wanted to try to face the Reason's tri lane with their own tri lane, or they could just do 2 dual lanes. So kind of the world's their oyster at the moment for the Last of Us because they could lane any way they want. I'd actually like to see them do 2 dual lanes though, not only because their tri lane isn't strong enough, but because like Reason, like I stated before, they kind of have to tri lane Reason Gaming because they can't really dual lane with bubbles or an electrician. So for the Last of Us to 2 dual lanes, it would kind of screw Reason Gaming over. So that's why I'd like to see that actually, but we will have to see.
Yeah, again, it's shaping up early on. You already see a little bit of an adjustment here, so obviously doing some talking in that pause, I'm sure, but...
Yeah, definitely. But you see it's ward up, the ward up in top lane, like, placed by Maesty. Like, they're definitely assuming the tri-lane's going to be happening. But Reason are actually expecting the tri-lane to be coming bottom. So they're both kind of like, so yeah, they're kind of both sort of... Yeah, expecting each other to tri-lane, but they're not. That's where the mind gets, because also the ward coming out from Adra in the bottom lane, they're definitely expecting the tri-lane as well. And this is quite. I haven't actually seen this in a long time. Like back in when the days of tri-lanes were quite popular, like 2 years ago. This used to happen a lot, but I haven't seen this happen in a long while. Although Master is rotating middle, I think this is the right play. I think they know that if the tri-lane is coming top, not only would they have seen it with a ward, but also they could rotate if they needed. So staying in mid, it just saves Master Drums from running when the creeps like are at mid already.
Yeah,
so it's just a little bit.
And again, this sets up what you would think would maybe be the benefit for the last one, because like we kept stressing there in that pause. Now we find out seeing here, you know, you got 2 solo lanes here on the side of Reason Game, and they can't really. They could have a partner, sure. I mean, you can send one of the supports to middle with the electrician, sure, but that's not some great synergy right there. So
yeah, this is perfect for The Last of Us, like because like sending 2 supports bottom is like really inefficient. They're gonna go behind on golden XP a lot. Unless they get a lot of kills on this Drunken, which I think as long as Fuzzy Sloth plays quite safe and defensive, like he shouldn't really die. Yeah. I mean, we do see Rhapsody coming over to the middle lane, which is probably the right play, but I think Master Arms and Raleigh are definitely going to have the advantage in this lane, so already kind of an advantage coming out from The Last of Us, which is obviously good for them.
Oh yeah. So Rhapsody going to make her way there, actually doing a little bit of a stack there on just before she gets there. Middle lane, Electrician going to be jumped on right here. Not going to be a kill. In fact, Rhapsody comes to the last second. Can they? I mean, he doesn't have the static grip as the electric shield, though, but hero block from Master Arts, but now he might be in trouble. The last auto attack, bubble shell start through. Yes, Bloodlust kill in favor of Reason. Did not see that coming, man.
Oh, Riley might be in trouble as well.
Oh, jeez. Bubbles, he has another shell surf in 5 seconds. Diglett hanging around a little too long.
Yeah, he's dead.
One more auto attack. Yep, shell surf as long as he hits it. He hits it. Port. Oh, God, this is risky. Oh, the Capel hits. Will it be a counter kill? Yep.
Oh, my God. Oh, wow, Probus.
Oh, man. It's still going on. It's still going on. Here we go with Torture. Master Boss running back up on Torture. Needs to be a little bit careful. Static Grip picked up by Electrician. Not often you see that early on, but again, this lane setup might as well pick it up. Go for some more kills. Doesn't set up there, though. Rhapsody will fall.
What is going on?
I don't know.
So much movement.
So we didn't have a lot of kills last game earlier on. We already have 3.
Yeah.
And plenty more to come, I'm sure.
Last of Us just got a little bit unlucky to be honest. They did the right thing on sort of pushing Electrician back because they assumed he was only solo, but at the same time Rhapsody and Bubbles were just rotating over, so that's just a little bit unlucky coming out from The Last of Us. But it didn't matter too much. They got 1 counter kill in the end, but they did lose 2 and the Bloodlust. But still, as long as top lane Bubbles, Bubbles might be dying. He hasn't got a shell surf.
Oh
this
yeah.
Could be,
now level 2 Torture, but the Impel. Look at that damage, man.
yeah,
I mean,
that's just a little bit greedy play coming out from Brobus.
Yeah.
I think he thought he was like fine, but he got scared. Like he put himself in his little gap in the trees here. But Torture, well played by Maestri, spotting that, checking him out, and easy kill there.
What a crazy start. Yeah, no, again, I will say, yeah, obviously, the Torture babysit, this is why he's regarded as one of the better supports. That Impalement level 1, the damage it can do, and especially without a shell surf from Bubbles, shows it off right there. So, what do we got in the middle lane now, though? Electrician's 7-0 compared to a Rally who's 9-2, so you kind of break it down that way. They both have a kill. Of course, Rally's died.
Oh, bottom lane.
Nice wall off. Yeah, Drunken can't get through this. Predator taking some good tower damage. He didn't go back.
I thought that was going on him, but it's gone on the crate. Yeah.
He knows,
yeah.
I guess.
Well, like, if this isn't too bad for a reason, like, although I did say Rally and Moss Rom should really be middle lane, perhaps. No, just counter-warding. But no, like I said before, like I think Rally and Moss Rom should really be taking this lane against Electrician and Rhapsody. But after Rally died and all that sort of action happened, sort of middle lane, like Reason are kind of ahead in this middle lane now. You got Zane on 320 GPM compared to 220 on Rally, as well as the level advantage. And I think Rhapsody and Electrician can kind of like sort of take control of this lane right now, even though they shouldn't really be winning it. It's all because of that early advantage those early kills gave them.
Yeah.
In the end.
So, I mean, I will say, obviously, both short lane heroes. In fact, bottom lane, they're going to leap in right here on a Drunken Master. Comes in Predator. You see Bubbles also here to assist. Has a shell surf. This is going to be dead Drunken. Unless Stagger, he jukes it! I was going to say, unless he jukes it, but it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
The wall comes out, so that was a good attempt from Fuzzy
and this is the problem with, like, Suicide Drunken. Like, Suicide Drunken Master's, like, really good because he's a good laner, but like he doesn't really have the escape mechanism compared to like a Bubbles or like a Magnus or a Rally. Like his stagger is the only really escape mechanism, and that's not really an escape mechanism at all. So it's really easy to be ganked. So good roam coming out from Probus though. He knows that he's going to get nothing top to this Torture of Pebbles, and instead of feeding, he goes and gets a kill bottom instead. So really well played coming out from Probus.
Yeah, as I was going to say though, you got your short lane heroes. Oh, they do a switch up? No, Drunken's still bottom. Pebbles is having a great time. I mean, he was obviously free from the top lane as his Predator when they fought him. But,
it's
yeah.
like 400 GPM. That's like really good creep score, actually. Like, that's almost perfect. I think that's perfect. Like, I did a test, actually, and 424 after Catapult is like the highest creep score. I don't think he's actually missed a creep kill yet.
Wow.
So that's really impressive. Like, I don't think he actually has missed one.
Yeah, he was tanking them at the creep wave. I was looking at that a little bit, so that doesn't surprise me.
That's really, like, what's his ping as well? His ping is at 133. It's not so bad, but like he hasn't missed a creep kill at all. That's actually really impressive.
Yeah,
like
this one here, yeah.
Like, he just won that.
Finally.
After 5.5 minutes, like, that's really good though. Like, and he got the tower top. Yeah, that's really well played. Like, he's gonna get his porky so early.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna have it in like 7-8 minutes, which is gonna be a real factor.
Yeah, he's gonna lane. Master of Barnes gonna be gone. Capella hits a couple of heroes right there, but now Rally's a little committed. They're gonna be fine though. Obviously, as Rhapsody and Electrician only have so much.
Bottom lane.
They're chasing on a Drunken Master. Bubbles playing kind of a support here in this case.
I actually really like what they're doing bottom in Breeze's game. Like
Okay.
you saw, because like you saw, I said before, like Provost can't really lane top against this Pebbles Torturer, and what they've done actually is put Predator in the woods here because he can easily farm woods fine. He's going to get quite a lot. Oh, bottom lane perhaps? No, we're fine. And this gives a lane for Bubbles to farm in while still getting farm on Predator. So it's a really good rotation. Instead of Bubbles getting absolutely nothing, he's going to get something bottom.
Yeah.
Actually, middle lane.
Yeah, they're going to jump a little bit, but again, Rally going to be fine. He even has a compel still. The calls for it, but Zane, I'm sure he's continuing to do pretty good. 32-0 now against Rally's 25-8, so it's definitely pulled ahead. And got more of an advantage here. And yeah, Imba Boy rotating all the way to the top lane now.
Yeah, it's actually like a really good rotation because it actually maximizes the efficiency and gold farm for a reason. Although Predator might be sort of lacking a little bit in farm, it's better for the overall for Team Gold and XP actually. So I like what they've done here.
Now, go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, I was going to say, we just saw Nether Gloves of the Swift purchased by Predator. Very likely, meaning an Alchemist Bones, perhaps? And if so, you like that?
I mean, it would have been fine if he stayed bottom, but like I said before, like he's going to be sort of lacking a little bit in GPM because he's sort of forfeited bottom lane to Bubbles.
Yeah.
And with like Bones, you want to like get those Bones sort of somewhat early. Like he can get Steam Boots and then Alchemist Bones, but he has to get them early enough to really make them effective. And going this sort of jungle Predator like is something like I'm not too fond of. Actually, middle lane.
Yeah, middle lane Rally getting it away time he can. In fact, Turnkill possibly coming in right here. Torture's here, but no. Now Predator running in. There's a static shock on a Torture, slowing him down just enough. Big compel though from Tiglet coming out. In comes the chain of reactions just in case. No kills happening, right. But the fact that they stayed alive, pretty impressive.
Yeah, so going back to the Alchemist Bones, like, it's fine if he stayed bottom, but now he's gone jungle. Not only is he going to get less farm, but also, like the real big factor here in how the Last of Us are really going to get ahead. They're going to get this portal key on Pebbles, and then they're going to really start this early aggression. And with their Bones pick up from Predator, that's not going to do much, and so I really actually dislike this.
Now,
this
I want to be clear. I was thinking about it. It could be Elder Parasite.
That's true. Actually, that's pretty more like what's going to be, actually. No, because if he does go Alchemist Bones, like, not only is he going to get it a lot later, because he sort of skipped the Steam Boots, but also he sort of forfeited his lane for Bubbles, but also because there's going to be a lot of aggression, a lot of team fight once this Pebbles gets his portal key, and he wants to be as farmed and as sort of useful in team fight as possible, because otherwise it's going to be really, really hard to get back in this game for Reason Gaming.
And again, speaking of portal key, he has enough to purchase it now at 8:40 into the game.
That's really, like, he's for 430. Like, he's got no kills, no assists. Like, he's got one tower top, but that's all from creep kills. Like, his creep score is like 68 right now. That's almost like 30 or no 20 higher or 10 higher than anyone else in this game. Like, he's really done well just on his last hit in Be the Banger.
Yeah, Zane obviously is up there as well, though. The Plated Greaves just picked up on him, so kind of tanking up a little bit extra for him himself.
This Pebbles has got his portal key now. I'd like to see him actually push out this wave and make sure he doesn't really show this portal key. Pick up the portal key. He's got a TP on him now. I'd like to see him maybe TP mid or bottom, preferably mid, because there's not a lot of his own sort of team bottom that could be risky play. And they've got no vision here in the middle lane, so that's what I'd like to see actually. They've done some good counterboarding coming out from Ice. Oh, there's one actually up here from Adro. But I'd just like to see him get active. He's got his portal key now. Like they want to get ahead because obviously they don't have the late game compared to Reason Gaming. So I'd like to see them get an early advantage. And he does look like he's going to get his portal key in the shop now.
Yeah. No, he's getting greedy, man. He just wants to keep farming.
He's got such great creep score. He just want to keep improving it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I would like to see him get a portal key because although they're sort of even right now, like if this goes on later, like this Predator is really going to be doing work, and I don't think Drunken with the farm he's got is going to be able to outcarry this.
You talk about candidates too. This Rhapsody, this Empath, this Bubbles, they're still very squishy. Yeah, bottom lane. Speaking of Empath right here, we do see actually Drunken Master going to be going instead. Chain reactions coming out. Empath will fall, but now Drunken Master might be in a little bit of trouble. Predator sitting on top of him, and yes, gets the one kill. Going to be going for two. Gets a second kill. Imba Boy, once that ultimate starts going off, he obviously starts tearing you up.
That's a great trade coming out from Reason because not only did they get the Drunken, bottom lane Pebbles coming in. Yeah,
there you go.
At least they got something back, but even the trade was still good coming out from Reason because not only did they get Drunken, who's going to be the main sort of source of damage in the late game for this Hellborn team, they actually got the Torturer as well. Which is sort of counted out now. They've got two for two since the Pebbles portal key. But as long as they sort of shut down this Drunken, like Reason can take this late game, and there's not much Hellborn could do without Drunken getting a lot of farm. But I like the TV coming in from Pebbles. Like I said, he needed to get aggressive because they needed like an early game advantage if they want to win this game. So good play from me with Banger.
See the Elder Parasite on Predator. He's making work with it already.
Get it in. Yeah, that's fine. Like as long as he gets Insanitarius as well, like he's going to be doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Which is sort of uncommon for sort of carries to be such a devastating force in the mid game. Yeah, sorry, go on.
I mean, when the Elder Parasite was first changed, we actually saw, you know, a bit of experimenting with it, and it kind of was a flavor for a little bit, and eventually just died out never again. But, you know, there are a couple of these heroes. Predator's obviously one of them. The Elder and Sanitarius build as you're talking about. That's why I kind of hitting myself in the head a little bit when I saw the gloves and stuff. I'm like, oh, Alchemist Bones, but no, actually.
I should pick up on that as well, actually, but. No, it's actually like this Predator pick is actually a really like him or Swiftblade would have been perfect here because like not only does it sort of ensure the better late game for the Legion side, it also allows them to take team fights in the mid game if they want to because of that sort of carry isn't really a hard carry compared to sort of other ones like Mage Bane or whatever sort of carries they may have instead. So yeah, but I do. Sorry, go on.
The tablet follow up already on Pebbles. I just found that.
He's got he's like nearly 500 GPM. Like that all comes down to great creep score though. He's nearly like 100. Like that's like 20 more than this electrician. Like nearly 30 more than this predator. Like it really does make a difference though because like getting that portal key 1 or 2 minutes earlier really like did make a difference. Like if he didn't have that portal key getting that kill bottom, like he would have been even further behind. So like getting a lot of these creep scores and a lot higher CS is really important to make a difference. A good ward coming out from Adriv here, like spotting this Torture and Pebbles.
Yep.
And this is what Region need to do. They want to take it late game because obviously they've got the higher late game, and maybe only take team fights if it sort of favours them or if they're in like a good advantage somehow. And so these wards are really important though because if they don't get ganked from Pebbles, they'll be really far ahead just in the late game itself.
You can tell The Last of Us again. They're trying to prioritize a little bit of farm now on this Drunken Master. As you're referring to, I mean, they can really use that presence of his, of course, as this game kind of picks up and continues to flow on.
He's the only source of sort of late game damage, so it's good that they're giving him a lane to farm, because otherwise he would have nothing. He can't farm bottom, because obviously he's just going to feed.
Yeah.
So it's a good rotation, actually. Like, this Pebbles should sort of... he knows what his sort of role is. He's got his early farm, and now he just wants to be active and sort of do some initiates, the pickoffs and stuff. So.
He's already level 11, too, jeez, so...
Like
level 2 in Rage.
Like, and I can't stress enough how like important or how well he's played just from CSing. Like it sort of steamrolled him like 2 or 3 minutes ahead. Actually, Rapsy might be in trouble.
Yep. Guess what? They don't have much life yet.
Yeah, like because he's got like a really good creep score though, that sort of snowballed him and put him ahead like 2 or 3 minutes ahead of his sort of role. So that's really well played. Just from easy CS really. But yeah, like the game plan coming up from The Last of Us is coming good into effect. They want to get like a few pickoffs here and there, get that advantage whilst they've got like an initiator with their portal key. And on the other hand, Legion here want to sort of dodge team fights or dodge sort of pickoffs, and then hopefully get late game and as much farm as they can on this predator. Yeah. And that's the sort of 2 game plans here coming out from in this game.
Rally's going to have a portal key here soon, too.
Yeah, so is Pro Bosk actually. Like, he's recovered really well. Like, after getting sort of shut down completely, this lane rotation coming out from Reason was really good. Like, this Pro Bosk, like, probably hasn't missed a CS either. He's 330 GPM right now. And this lane sort of rotation from sending the Predator at the jungle and Bubbles short lane is actually really well played coming out from Reason.
Yeah. I'm feeling more and more like a derp as I'm realizing what actually middle lane. Yeah, Pebbles in the meantime chucking electricity quickly. Static Shocks himself right there. Not the most follow-up coming out. In fact, Compel away for Pebbles, but the static grip hit. Deep in the Master's Call. It's not going to be enough right here. And the Legion team has a good chance to have a big fight happen. Pebbles, he does fight back, by the way, but they're going to clean up on The Last of Us right here. Drunken Master goes back in. By the time Pebbles is back, it doesn't matter.
That is such a big team fight coming out from Reason. I said before that if they can take team fights, it's only if it's in their favour. And they took that Pebbles out so quickly. Like, he wasn't able to do much. As well as the buyback coming out from him, which did absolutely nothing. Like, Reason are looking really good now. Like 2,700 XP and 700 gold league. Like, they're looking really good in this game right now. They got Portal Key on Bubbles, even more farm on Predator. Like, I mean, I'm feeling worried for Last of Us right now. They sort of threw away of their lead. Like,
yeah, as impressive as Beaver Banger was here on this Pebbles, again, just using a buyback there as well, so you kind of factor that in now as far as how high his GPM is.
And this is the kind of issue with this kind of strategy. Like, the strategy's fine coming up from Last of Us. They get the early sort of farm on Portal Key, on Pebbles, and get his Portal Key and sort of get the early aggression. The only problem though is if they go behind with this kind of draft or this kind of lineup, it's really, really risky because they don't have a lot of late games, so they can't really fall back on anything. So they need to stay ahead. And at the moment, obviously, they're behind. So something really needs to happen for them to get back into this game.
See right here again, another 1,400 gold already saved up on Electrician. You mentioned the Portal Key pickup on Pro Plus on Bubbles. Yeah, what a recovery he has had. And then again, Imboboy is not like taking off in farm, but it's 380 gold per minute, and it is constantly going up. He has the Insanitarius now, and this is most certainly, as he's already showing, I mean, he's 3-0-4, a hero that can be involved a lot earlier on. So.
And it's not too bad. Like I said before, like he rotated into the jungle, but he doesn't need crazy GPM. Like obviously Predator doesn't farm as fast as other carries, but as long as he's being useful in these early game team fights, he's still going to out carry like almost anyone on the Hellborn team. So not having like say 500 GPM right now is fine compared to like say a Moon Queen in the last game. It's going to offer a lot more than like a hard carry with 500 GPM, but still can't participate in team fights. So yeah, this Predator is fine. Like he's doing good. And he's still going to be a wrecking force, like with say one more item. Like that Incinitarius Elder Parasite combo is so strong. Like he's really going to be ripping face in the next team fight, I assure you.
Oh yeah, and again, the Stonehide allows him freely to go, especially an item like another Parasite, because you know it doesn't have to worry about that. Can't use one of the other.
Yeah, it's almost like a free shrunken head on this Predator. It only lasts obviously a lot less, but it's still going to offer sort of the same sort of burst coming out from this Hellborn team, which is mainly what Hellborn've got. They've got a lot of burst coming out from sort of Pebbles, Torture, Amara, and Rally, and as long as sort of Predator sort of get some clutch timings off with the Stonehide, he's going to really be going ham in these team fights.
Middle lane, no Shell Surf. Well, Shell Surf came out, but no port with it, of course. Glowstone now picked up on Electrician as well, saying we've seen this icon of the Goddess build on him before. Probably going to be the same here.
Yep. That's fine. An interesting item actually coming out from Rally. Like I think this Rally is going to be going south of the Master, and actually I really like this pickup. Like you don't see like a Rally who's going mid get the early Portal Key, but not only is Pebbles going Portal Key, like I've seen Staff of the Master Rallies absolutely destroying team fights. Like if he gets like a 4-man Compel and Seismic Slam, like that can be the end of the team fight right there. Like it does insane damage, and it looks really cool as well. So like yeah, like it honestly just smashes the face. Like, and I've heard Diglett really likes to play this Rally. So I mean, if he's going to land some big Compel Seismic Slams, it's going to be him. Yeah. Or middle lane.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. I thought that Shellsurf was going to go through, but no, he's kind of playing patient here. And in the end, he will fall back before any further initiation happens.
Yeah, he's definitely going to start once he picked up the quick blade, and like not only does the damage increase, the main factor is the radius. The radius increases by so much, and like if he can like get a couple in his Seismic Slam, you've got like 700 HP on the Rhapsody and Empath, only 1,000 on Bubbles. They're going to just drop instantly, and the team fight for Legion, if they get a few heroes picked off, it's going to be really weak, and that's where Hellborn can really take advantage in these team fights.
Definitely shining areas for both teams, of course.
Has he got it? I think he might have it now, actually. Yeah, he does. That's a really early Staff of the Master, like 20 minutes Staff of the Master. If you can get level 11 before the next team fight, that's going to play a huge factor, actually. Yeah. And it's going to take him off. Like it's going to take Legion off guard, actually, because I don't think they know that Rally's got his Staff of the Master yet. They might try and defend his spot in Tier 1, actually. They are going to defend his Tier 1 at least.
Oh, here we
Rally's
go.
got Invis. Oh, this is
Invis.
big.
Yep. This he's going to line this up. Will he be able to get the angle, the heroes that he wants? Here we go. Pebbles jumps in onto Electrician. He's waiting for them in the background. He goes and he only hit the one in the background. In comes that Seismic Slam. They're protected all. He comes into the last second. Electrician will survive for now, but Rhapsody's going to end up dropping. The Hellborn team, they're coming through this fight. It looks like Predator though with Empath inside. Guess what? He is hitting like a boss, but not for long. He gets jumped. The Sanitarius not going to keep him alive. And Empath now coming out, of course. Now she's in a lot of trouble. She'll be killed, it looks like. Great Compel once again coming out from Rally onto Drunken. Nice job with the lunge. He's going to get a Shell Surf off, though. Will it be enough? Oh, the beautiful Portal Key to just get away in time. Yeah. But when it's all said and done, a hold.
If that rally was level 11 before that happened, that would have been such a different team fight. Like, it was still a one team fight from Last of Us, but I mean, Bubbles from Electrician would have most definitely died. But it's still a really good hold coming out from The Last of Us, though. Like, that's what they needed to do. Like, as long as they're winning team fights in this early game, they can really still win this game without a doubt. Like, this Predator is going to be big in the late game, but as long as they can finish this game up before he gets too big, it can be the difference between winning and losing this game.
Yeah, I mean, talk about the patience, too, from Diglett. I mean, he had the Invis. Obviously, he went up there initially, but he was waiting for the background. Now, I will say the Capel wasn't the best in the end.
But he got a little bit unlucky, though. Empath jumped inside, and Rapsy just about sidestepped it. But the next team fight, just wait. I can feel it. Like,
it kind of split up fight, though, as Predator leaped into the background. His team wasn't ready to follow up the best, so that was the biggest deal of it.
One thing to point out, though, is that you saw that the pair was actually sort of double initiate, and it's quite unfortunate. This Predator's only got level 3 Stonehide, so it doesn't last the longest. So Pebbles goes in, does his combo, and then sort of backs out, and then waits for his combo to come up again. And that's the problem with Predator. Like, he might have had the Stonehide the first combo, but the second combo is what killed him from Pebbles. And so that's a big sort of factor in these team fights. The Stonehard not lasting the longest for this Predator, which is unfortunate for Reason Gaming.
Even at level 4, it's basically a fully used Shrunken Head, obviously, 5.25 seconds. So, again, still strong, obviously. But
yeah, they're pushing this tier 1 again, and looks like Hellborn are going to try and defend it. Like, Reason don't really need to make this play. Like I've said before, like if you got the late game, you don't really need to make the plays. It's the Hellborn side that need to make the plays because they don't have the late game. So taking this tier 1 is definitely a risk, but I mean, if it pays off, it's going to be like a big reward for him. But Hellborn are definitely setting up to defend this, so it's going to be another big team fight.
Yeah,
Rally is level 11, so.
Oh yeah, he's has a TP. Sitting back at the wall currently, but the Legion team, they're not going to fully commit to it just yet. Invis Bubbles is right here. Nope, she'll surf through. Let's scout things out. If anything, the tower will just be denied. Bubbles up to the kill field, still gets denied. But they're going to run away. They're still chasing, though. Predator wants this to happen. In the meantime, that's an illusion. Rather than going right there. In the meantime, Dragon Master jumps onto the Predator, and now Predator realizing he needs to start falling back, and now Electrician gets caught. This is not the best start here for the Legion team. In comes Pebbles, finally. Electrician, he's out of mana currently. Predator finally going to leap in there, though, on the Master of Arms. In the background. Rally still has this combo, though, ready to go. There we go. Compel, seismic slam. The seismic slam, and boom! Goes that dynamite. Predator's barely alive. No, he falls shortly. In the end, the 2 supports still picked up on the Hellborn side, and the chase will start now. Pebbles, he finds Empath. You see Rhapsody's going to TP out. Not much more she can do. Down goes Empath. Electrician stuck around and maybe try to help, but that's going to be his fault, and he will go down. Awkward fight, man.
I don't like to flame, but this Reason team fight was so sloppy. Like, not only did they initiate onto an illusion rally, they were going back and forth. They weren't sure whether to go into the team fight or back out, and that really sort of wasted a lot of time and a lot of damage coming out from this Reason team fight. And it might come back down to sort of maybe lack of leadership coming out from Imboy or Saint Rocks, whoever it was. But they need to take a decision and just follow it completely. Even though the decision isn't 100% correct, it's better to make sure that the whole team is on one page of a decision, because otherwise it can happen. Things can happen like that, and it can just become a complete disaster for all parties.
It was such an awkward fight to cast for the exact reason. It's like they're going, no, they're going to fall back, right? No way, they're still trying to chase, even though they're completely falling back on the other side.
And the initiation is was a little bit weird as well. They didn't want the deny coming out from the tower, so Bubbles jumped in, sort of did the kelp field, and which was okay, but it's only a tier 1. Yeah, if he gets denied, it's not the biggest of deals, but it's a lot better to take a good team fight and lose a tower than try and save the tower and just do a bad team fight. And in the end, they still denied it anyway, so it's really awkward. We saw Probus do sort of a fail play in the first game, sort of trying to take out a tier 1. So they really need to sort of be clear on what each player needs to be doing. Yeah,
no doubt Empath inside a Predator is very scary, but again, with the other Parasite, there is that downside, the 15% more damage, and you got to always keep that in mind too when you're going to those fights. And I think he had it up when he got jumped there, I believe so.
Yeah, a good pickup coming out from Empath. She's already farmed the Abyssal Skull, and that's the only item you really need on this Empath, because it's really going to be taking quite a big effect, actually, particularly with quite a lot of damage, particularly as Drunk has already picked up the Shield Breaker. So that Abyssal Skull is actually going to be doing a lot of work in these team fights. So.
Bubbles, Blessed Orb, working on that Sheepstick. Hellflower just finished by Pebbles, though. You like that against this Predator?
Yeah, I really like this help pickup, but only if they can sort of burst him down in the Hellflower sort of cooldown or whatever. Because if they sort of initiate, say, on this Pebbles or whoever they're going to initiate on it, and they don't kill him in this Hellflower timing, it's going to be really, really awkward because they do have a lot of sort of counter synergy and counter initiation with like doubles and electrician as well. So like the Hellfire pickup is good, but only if they all sort of target one hero down and sort of prioritize it. So
obviously, again, Predator no doubt that candidate here for the Hellborn team. If they get the Hellflower off, I mean he loses out on a lot, being able to activate the other Parasite, the Sanitarius, SW. I mean,
like, if they can burst Predator down from full to nothing, that's going to be the almost mid lane.
Rally. Then not the biggest follow up though. It compels it. He has a tablet too now, by the way, and a haste rune. Yep.
He's got haste. Yeah.
Pops that and see ya. No chance.
But yeah, like if they don't kill this Predator in this Hellfire, he does have quite a lot of sort of comeback. Like he's obviously got his Stonehide, but also he's got his Insanitarius, and he's going to get a lot of life regen from his Carnivorous as well as the Abyssal Skull. So if they don't kill him, it can be like a real danger sort of for them to sort of turn the team fight around. But like there's not a lot of items he could have gone. He could have gone Shrunken, but like obviously Drunken already had the Bulwark, so like Hellflower is kind of like that or the Shrunken really. So it's not the biggest of deals in the end. I like the tablet pickup. I do like the tablet pickup from Rally. Like, I think the tablet or the port here would have been fun because, like we saw before, like he hasn't really been able to sort of land these big compels and silent slams, which is he really needs for the South of the Master to take use. So something that has a bit of mobility to sort of line up and to use his compel properly would be good.
Middle tower. That's going to be an easy tower kill. No defense put up by Reason, of course. Not in the shape to fight right here. Probusk still trying to finish that Sheepstick, which actually just about is there. I mean, he's got enough for the Acolyte staff and just use the Mana Tube now after the fact, so.
Yeah, that's going to be like an important pickup though, because if they can really like lock down this one hero, like they can, or lock down one hero, this Legion side can really sort of wreck face really. Like I think it might go on Drunken because, as you see, like this Drunken has gone like an interesting spec. He's gone all out sort of damage. Actually, they're taking Congo. They have to defend this or attack this. Yeah. Like I was just gonna say, like the Drunken has gone quite all in, sort of glass cannon, but actually he might get picked off.
No, Electrician's not afraid.
Yeah, he's got this sort of glass cannon build, and so he really needs to get punished by this. So if Bubbles can get the Sheepstick, they can really do work in these team fights.
Yeah, that's right. So the good old game here by The Last of Us. Again, they got the wards up. They are going to be counter ward though, all throughout. They're running in. Look at this Torture going yellow here. They wanna jump in. Holy crap, man! They're really boxing them out right here.
Oh, this Torture's got hit though.
Okay, if Torture gets jumped, expect a response. But oh, look at that. Here we go, static grip. I don't know about this. Zane's going to be caught now in the meantime. You need to see Dragon Master, though. As you mentioned, he's kind of a glass cannon build. He's taking a lot of damage. Will lunge Predator away. Gonna try to run for now. Yes, he is able to stack away. Rally in the meantime. Big compel stun. No follow-up, though. Very defensive. He's going to be jumped. Can the team get in here? They're playing so passive. Rally's going to end up falling. Stalagmites were not ready for Pebbles. They are up now, but okay, immediate buyback from Rally. Now they're going back in. Pebbles, he misses Stalagmites completely. He does have a chuck, but the wall up from Empath. Man, they had a second chance. They couldn't get it. They're still going, though. Empath's going to be jumped right here. Electrician with the counter. Dragon Master will fall, but it's all set in. Rally's coming in. Can he get the big stun? He has a compel ready to go. There's a compel. The side of him. Go with the rejectability from Andrew at the last second. Digley gets completely nullified. Pebbles now on the run. He portal keys in time. The Shell Surf, though, going to come through. He is going to follow this up. Will he get countered on is the question. Pebbles has a chuck to kill him, but it would risk killing his own teammate, of course. So.
My God, Adro MVP.
Oh, jeez.
That would have been a complete wipe if that Ruddy got that size up now, but massive protective ability. Oh my, that was just insane.
The timing was perfect.
It's perfect. But like, one thing to know about that team fight though, it kind of happened, or it was a little bit similar to what Reason did in the tier 1 bottom. They kind of was going in and out, and they weren't really sure what to do, and that's obviously definitely wasted a lot of time from The Last of Us. But in the end, great play coming out from Reason Gaming, particularly Adro. That's projected menacingly. Oh, wow! I'm still trying to get over that fact how big that Protective Melody was like.
Timing was
I
perfect.
thought that Seismic Slam was going to do insane damage, but.
Well, I mean, you saw the buyback. You saw the. It's like, okay, he's setting this up. And again, even the Capella, he didn't get the best in the end, but it was going, and all of a sudden stopped by that Protective Melody.
But like, going back to this glass cannon by Drunken Master, he instantly gets picked off in the first time, and then he buys back, and again, he didn't buy back.
No,
sorry,
he
someone else.
dropped
like,
very low the first time.
You saw how quickly he dropped. Like, without a Shrunken head, there's a lot of magical damage coming out from this Legion side. And, middle lane.
They're going to jump right here, Pebbles. That was just illusion, so they were fine. They might come back to bite them in the ass right here. Team for the Master's Call comes out. There's a quick jump and away. He will take the Kelp Fields down, though. The follow-up's going to be too strong. Pebbles goes down. Torture will fall. Not the fight that The Last of Us was ready to take. So they were completely spread out, and now Recent Game is going full force middle. Things are starting to come together nicely. They take their first lead of the game, I believe. And now they're going to push in the middle tower here.
I'd like to see them take Congo just because I think it's the safe play. They've got the late game. They don't need to force anything. They don't need to take racks, but it does look like they're going to take racks. They want to get ahead early, but I think if Pebbles doesn't have a buyback, so in the end it's going to be probably the right decision in the end, but I would like to maybe see him take Congo just because it's less risky, but yeah they should be able to make
said, with no buyback. In fact, Morales going to be jumped. He's going to die. I wouldn't be surprised to see even GG's here. I mean, this is just all falling apart now.
Definitely. Like I said, once this kind of lineup, particularly on Hellborn, once it gets behind, there's not much else they can do. Like if they lose one team fight, it's gonna go like that for the rest of the team fights. So there's not much hope left. So yeah, the mid racks. Yeah, I think this game's definitely in the hands of Reason right now. They've got the late game, they've got the middle racks, and they might even be trying to take Congo, even though I don't think they have to. It's just another risk they don't need to take. They might take this tier 2 though.
Yeah, they're just going to go for that. There's definitely a safer route here, and just clean that up. The Hellborn team, they're somewhat nearby, but they're not going to be able to get there in time, and obviously a quick fallback from Reason Gaming. So Predator, who else kind of close, almost.
Yeah, it's fine. Like what they're doing right now is fine. Like as long as they don't make any risky plays, I think they've definitely got the second game. They've got the late game. They've got the mid racks. As long as they don't maybe give up Congo unnecessarily, like this Reason side is definitely looking on their way for a game 3 in this series.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this at this rate, like I said, I would not have been surprised to see Chi-Chi's called there as they were pushing into the middle. But again, The Last of Us going to have a fighting chance right here. If they steal Congo, I mean, that could be something, definitely.
It's definitely like, I mean, Reason don't have to take this Congo if they don't want to. Like, they can still win a team fight even if The Last of Us take this Congo, but they don't have to give it up really. But I don't think they even know what's going on. They don't have any vision of this, so I'm assuming it's just going to be taken without much. But like I said, like Reason don't really need to give them this Congo.
Who do you give the token to in this case? Pebbles?
I think it's going to be Drunken. Drunken has to take it. Like he's gone this sort of glass cannon build, and it can work as long as he sort of stays alive. But I mean, Pebbles it's fine to go on Pebbles as well. He's got the most farm on this team, and he's going to be the one initiating. But I think the Drunken would be the better pick. Like he's going to be offering the most amount of physical damage here for the Hellborn team, and he's got the glass cannon build, so he needs some kind of survivability, and the token will obviously offer that. But yeah, it's not too big of a deal, but I think the Drunken would have maybe been the smarter choice. But Pebbles is going to be getting his stronger soon as well, so something even more to maybe potentially give it to the Drunken. But
look at Rhapsody now. She's been completely underfarmed this game, but after that last sequence of events, all of a sudden she has a portal key.
No, that's perfectly fine item. Like we saw the potential and the power of that protective melody in the last fight. If she can sort of position herself well with that portal key, like and land those massive protective melodies, like the team fight for Legion is going to be absolutely insane. So it's just quite funny how she's had like no farm and then just suddenly pops up a portal key. Randomly, it's like random. But no, like this Legion side is still really in favour. Although Hellborn have got the token, that definitely puts them in a better position. I think Legion are looking a little bit stronger, particularly in this overall game. They've still got the middle racks, and they've definitely got the late game. I don't want to see Reason try anything stupid. Like they've got the late game. Like they have this game in their hands as long as they don't throw it. So
yeah.
An Axe Manifold, that's a good pickup. Like as long as this Predator doesn't die, their team fight is going to be stronger because it's nearing the stage of the late game now. So like anything that sort of bulks up this Predator is fine. So the sort of the Behemoth's Heart going to be picking up soon. It's good. Like he's so tanky now. Like even if they do sort of health flare onto this Predator, I'm going to be really surprised if they be able to take him down. So
yeah, it's way too tanky now, or not way too, but obviously very tanky and. Again, also increasing that damage because of the strength. So, going to finish off the last couple of ancients here. I don't know if they're going to go for full Behemoth Star before they look to push, or or not, but they're kind of feeling it out a little bit right here.
Legion don't need to push. Like
Yeah.
that's another sort of risk that they don't need to take. Like they're going to be going against a token. Like if anything, it's Hellborn that need to be pushing with this token because they can't go late game against this Predator. Like we've seen the damage coming out from him, and although Drunken is getting quite a lot of farm. I still think, especially with Strunken on Electrician with a lot of lockdown and good ultimates coming out from Rhapsody, they should be doing alright. But I think what the Hellborn sort of strategy is going to be, they're going to try and get that Strunken on Drunken because they realised the glass cannon build is not working for him. So I think they might get the Strunken first before they push, but at the same time, it's only 2 minutes left on this token, so I think, well, he is nearing it. He's got it now, actually. So if they have to go all middle or one lane to try and take a team fight before this token's run out.
Yeah, again, welcome to that Conqueror change. Obviously, it's been a little bit now, even. But...
I really like that. I really like that Conqueror change, actually. It promotes a lot more aggression, a lot more action, because like sometimes before you'd see someone get a token and they just keep farming for the next 4 minutes before they actually have to use it. So, good change. I definitely do like it. But he's gone. Oh no, he's gone. Press play. Like it's not too bad, but like we've got a lot of lockdown coming out from the sheepstick bubbles and the Strongman head on Electrician.
He's just going to be locked down and no damage.
Like as long as Legion play this correctly, they can easily just kill this Drunken. And after Drunken's dead, they Hellborn have really little sort of damage and sort of late game presence. I really think Legion or Reason are going to be sort of having a sigh of relief that Drunken's gone press. To be honest.
You got The Last of Us now. They just bought the Strunken Head on Pebbles. Again, this timing is kind of like it's going to be very close. They have a minute, just over a minute on the token. He gets the Strunken right here. Do they group up and push, or do they just say, you know what, we're not going to be able to make?
Well, I don't think they're going to be able to push, especially middle is like they've lost their racks. Like this token's already gone and dead right now. Like if the only play they've really got now is to try and farm a Strunken Head on Drunken, but that's going to be a long time, and I don't think they're going to be able to farm up this Drunken right now.
I will say, overall gold and experience, it was upwards of like 9 and 7 for the Legion team. Now it's down to 5,000, 5,700, and 3,000. So, I mean, as a team, they're kind of closing it.
Yeah, and if this Drunken does get a Strunken Head, though, like the presence and sort of team fight is so much better for Hellborn's side. I think I might just about edge it over to Legion, but I mean, in the end, like Hellborn are still really strong. They've obviously got a Drunken who's kind of almost like a carry himself, as well as the late game presence from like Pebbles. Like Pebbles is hitting like for 350, like sort of base end damage. So that's like doing a lot of damage. Oh, actually middle lane.
Yeah, Rhapsody's gonna get caught right here. Quick tap it away. Actually gets away from the shot. That was awkward.
Like if that Rhapsody dies there, that could be really big. Like at this sort of stage of the game, if anyone gets picked off here, they can win a team fight 5v4. Although like the team fight for Hellborn isn't the strongest, they can obviously win a 5v4. So like really clutch play coming out from Empath. They're tableting Rhapsody just to survive the toss coming out from Red Pebbles. So like it's getting tense now. Like this game is really equal now. Like look at the golden XP lead. They really have sort of equaled it, like as you say, and one false step could easily be the difference between Hellborn and Legion winning this game right now.
Both still definitely have a chance. You said the Drunken had 1,700 gold saved up on Drunken Master, so he is farming it up quite efficiently here. But in the meantime, Recent Gaming going to push in the top lane, at least the last outer tower. I assume they're going to keep going on this one.
Yeah, Hellborn definitely have to get back though. They can't afford to give up another race. They might be trying to trade, but I don't think they're going to be pushing us fast enough. Legion already get the tier 2 and they're pushing onto the racks now, and Hellborn are still taking down the tier 2 mid. So I think they have to get back.
Yeah, there's the vulnerability. So they're going to take it out, but then, yeah, they need to get back here. Empath jumps aside Predator, so they are ready for a fight. There's the vulnerability in the Hellborn side. Are we going to see a jump?
This is it.
Here we go, Drunken Master going in. Predator's actually kind of low already. Static Group in the meantime, but the Torture Bot. Pebbles jumps out right down to Predator, but a nice Storm Spirit to save the initial damage. He turns right out of Pebbles. Look at Pebbles. He's falling apart. In comes Seismic Slam. No, Compel came out, but there's a Compel actually. There's a Seismic Slam. No, Protective Melody. He baited it out. That's what he was going for, but he can't get the real one off. Down goes Rowdy right there. Drunken Master locked down. That should do a quad kill and annihilation for Imboboy to finish it off. GG, well played. Game number 3 is upon us.
This series has already been fantastic so far, and I can't believe we're going into a game 3. Like, Reason have played absolutely perfect. That initiation, that sort of team fight was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Pro Boss sort of, like, that Predator was falling really quickly, faster than I expected actually, but good Storm Spirit coming out from Pro Boss, saving him in the end, and then good